Let's turn to tab number 8. Tab number 8 is case number 2019-3418, Henry Campaign Fund of Tony Wheatley for Spencer County Judge Executive. Tony Wheatley candidate, Larry Mott treasurer. This case alleges a violation of KRS 121.190 subsection 1. And Mr. Trageser, that's the case that you're here on, is that correct? Right. For purposes of, before I ask Emily to read this, or to give us the staff report, I will recuse from consideration or from voting on this case. Mr. Trageser and I have been friends for a long number of years, and so I think that would be inappropriate. I will, however, handle the logistics of calling for the motion and whatnot, but the record will reflect that I will not consider or vote on the case. Now, having said that, if Emily will give us the staff report, please.
Thank you, Chairman Dilger. This case is based on a sworn complaint filed by Lawrence Trageser. Trageser alleges that Tony Wheatley, a 2018 primary candidate for Spencer County Judge Executive, violated KRS 121.190 subsection 1 by failing to include the required paid for by disclaimer on 4x4-foot political signage advocating Wheatley for county judge. Wheatley does not deny Trageser's allegations that states that upon discovery that the signs lacked a disclaimer, Wheatley added stickers with the phrase "paid for by candidate" in the upper right-hand corner of the signs. KRS 121.190 subsection 1 requires that the disclaimer on political signage identify the candidate by name. Not only does Wheatley admit that the signs as initially printed lacked the requisite disclaimer, but also the corrective stickers that Wheatley added did not identify the candidate by name. Therefore, based upon the record of the case, as summarized in the staff report, it is recommended that the registry find probable cause to believe that Wheatley violated KRS 121.1901 in his 2018 primary bid for Spencer County Judge Executive by neglecting to ensure that certain political signage advocating for his election included an appropriate paid-for-by disclaimer. It's further recommended that the registry refer Wheatley's violation of KRS 121.1901 to the Executive Director and the General Counsel for conciliation.
Any questions for the General Counsel? Mr. Trageser, do you wish to address the board?
I do, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. If you would please come up. And I think that you're not an attorney, correct?
No, I'm an ignorant landscaper.
We will have, then you'll be sworn for your testimony or your presentation. So if the court reporter would do that.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You're free to address the board.
Mr. Chairman, members of the council, my name is Lawrence Trageser, and I operate Spencer County Watchdog. It's a website that takes on elected officials, government, law enforcement, and corrupt police officers. It is not uncommon for me to receive complaints from the public about these individuals. And in such a case as Mr. Wheatley, I received multiple complaints that the signage was illegal. And so I went and investigated it myself in Elk Creek. The one sign that I looked at did not have the paid for by candidate on it, nor his name by paid for by candidate. I took pictures of each side of that sign and I sent it to legal counsel. I suppose you could find me derelict in my duty, is that even though there was a sign a few hundred feet away, which I did go and look at, and I did go and look at numerous other signs in the county, they all did not have paid for by candidate with Tony Wheatley's specific name on it. But I did not take a picture of each and every sign. The issue here is not just simply that someone made a mistake. We are all human. He may have ran for the first time. But the majority of you, is my understanding, are attorneys, so you understand the concept of intent. And when we get into intent, that's going to be the knife that I'm putting in Mr. Wheatley's back. In a letter that he provided legal counsel, Dennis, and this is dated January 19th, 2019. It was received by the Kentucky Register of Election Finance on February 8th, 2019. I'll bring your attention that Mr. Wheatley, with this signed document, readily admits his failure to add paid for by, but at no point does he ever admit that not only was he deficient in putting paid for by, but he was deficient by not putting his name after that statement. He goes on to say, I truly understand the law and would not have violated the statute. Well, he's already violated again after saying that he truly understands it. He goes on to say, the said question signs were received by me without the paid for line added. To correct the issue before they were erected, I added stickers to the signs with the proper verbiage. Membership needs to understand that just weeks before the primary, he had already put out smaller signs that were in compliance. But those couple of weeks before the primary, he erected new signs that were 4x4. I think all of us can understand in the political environment, even in Kentucky, it is nothing to have signs stolen. But I am not willing to accept Mr. Wheatley's claim that he saw the mistake, he had adhesive stickers put on, paid for by, less his name, which is still the violation, and he applied those to the signs. So I'm to believe that someone went around and actually knew that there was a separate adhesive sticker with this slogan on the signs. They took the time to be out there next to roadways, and they de-signed or de-adhesive this statement on every one of these signs. Now, I think that's a bit much to buy into, gentlemen and ladies. I would ask that this membership maximize the penalty that is been allowed under the statutes, and that they find Mr. Wheatley guilty. And I think this is just not an issue of a slight mistake or not knowing the law. I think this was intentional, and he got caught, and he tried to circumvent the process even after he got caught with legal counsel. Thank you for your time.
Any questions? All right. Well, as I said, I will recuse from voting, but I will ask if there is a motion on the floor, or if anyone will make the motion to approve the staff report and refer to conciliation. So there's a motion by Mr. O'Brien. Do we have a second? Second by Ms. Weber. So I will call, because I'm recusing, I will call for a roll call vote.
Terry Naden.
Aye.
Tom O'Brien.
Aye.
Jim Deckers.
Aye.
Clay Larkin.
Aye.
Betsy Weber.
And I'm recusing. So, Katie, will you give us the total number just so we can have that in the record?
It's 5 ayes, no nays.
Okay. And one recusal,
And
so.
one
Yeah.
recusal.
All right. So let the record reflect that on case number 2019-3418, the campaign fund of Tony Wheatley for Spencer County Judge Executive, Tony Wheatley candidate, Larry Mott Treasurer. The staff report is approved, and the case will be referred to conciliation with the executive director and the general counsel. Mr. Traxler, thank you for attending today's meeting. You're more than welcome to stay. These are open meetings, or if you have other things, you're more than welcome to leave. It's completely up to you.